All right.
Alright, so the other day I was walking home and I tripped over a rock. And I was going to bring it in as like an object to share, but I kicked it away in spite. When I tripped over the rock, I turned back to look at it and realized how big it was. It was like as big as my hand. And so either I was really uncoordinated or it's pretty strong and sturdy. I don't know. And then I thought about it, and I was like, wow, rocks are everywhere. Have you ever noticed that? I just noticed that, like, they are either in a description, Rocky Mountains, you know, or in a name, Rocky blah blah blah, structures, or just a bump on the ground, like the one I tripped. Who knows how they get there, or like where it came from? All I know is that one tripped me. So I decided to compare myself to it, how it's stable to get through any weather, how it gets everywhere, and who knows what it witnesses, like I mentioned, and how it surprises others, like how it tripped me. I was really upset. So first of all, I wanted to mention the stability of a rock, how you can put it on the ground and it'll go through snow, it'll go through rain, it'll go through heat, and it's still there. And something that I wanted to compare it to was just last year in September, my parents finally separated. Finally. And it was right before I turned 18, right before I was about to get a car, right before somebody was supposed to pay for my college. And everything was on hold, so I ended up paying for college, picking up more hours, and no celebration for 18. But people were just like, you know, your dad's a jerk. Why don't you go out and celebrate? And I was like, it is a celebration, but I got to get my things done. I still, you know, pay for school, help my mom pay for her car so it wouldn't be repossessed, and just get my stuff done. Celebration can wait. And then second, I wanted to mention how it appears everywhere. I mean, whether my sister picked one up from the Philippines and brought it over here, me taking it across the street, or just somehow it ends up somewhere. That's kind of like me. The other couple months ago, my friend and I, we had $10, and we're like, let's go to LA, living in La Habra. It took a bus, a train, a subway, another bus, and then maybe a half an hour walk for $10, and we got into Wailea for free, saying that I was 17, and I'm not. So I called my mom, and she's like, where are you? Mom, I'm in LA, and she's like, you guys don't drive, you're underage, how'd you get there? And I told her the whole story, and then she's like, oh, this is pretty interesting, you're like a rock. And then, lastly, I wanted to talk about how this rock underestimated me because it's so small with my hand, and it tripped, but yet it still tripped me. That's kind of like me, because once, it was my first karate tournament when I was 15, and I was in my group of 6 people. I was the only girl, I was the youngest, and I was the lowest rank. So before the whole thing started, everybody's like, she's going to go down first. I was like, thanks you guys, you know. I want to try. And then it turns out, you know, I made second place. 5 rounds later, this one guy for first place, you know, my homeboy gave me a whole bunch of bruises right here, and my ankle was all swollen and stuff. But I made it through, and people were like, yay, Wailea. So, in conclusion, even my smallest experienced parts of life can be compared to this small rock. They're everywhere. The end.